Okay, I got this little message that said it's showtime. So I guess let's get on with the show, should we? I think we should. Okay. So, hi there. Good morning or afternoon or evening, or maybe you're watching this in a recording. As you know, this is always recorded and it's up on the Facebook page for the Center for Mindful Living. And or maybe you're watching it on the Facebook feed, or maybe you're watching it on YouTube. Well, however you're watching, wherever you are, welcome. It's great to have you. And my name is Roger, and I'm here the third Sunday of the month, usually, unless there's something else going on for me. So, hello, Carl. Good to see you. And bonjour, mini pic. And Joelle, good to see you. Barbara, Kelly, some of my old friends. You know, we have a group that meets Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and a lot of these folks are from that group. And if you're interested in joining that particular meditation group as well, it's very similar to what we do here. You can write me at the email address you see on the screen. I'll send you the Zoom link. Apache Junction, Arizona. And Rivka, all the way from Jerusalem. This is so great that we have so many folks here from all over the world. All right, so today, just a very brief talk and a very brief poem. This is National Poetry Month, and I'm trying to recite or read a poem before each practice. And uh, the theme today is that it's the eternal now. That's really what the theme is. The only reality is now. Now, and we can put a capital N there, or we can call it the moment, capital T, capital M. The moment is the only reality there is. Anything that comes before it is not real. Anything that happens after it is not real. Only this moment. Moment. Big the moment. And we can sense this experience as we move through our meditation practice. And we can then evoke that at any time during our daily life as well. And when we do, then worries about the future and ruminations about the past tend to drop away when we dwell in the moment. Isn't going on here? Am I losing some? I know action. Know what's happening. Yard. I see my mojo. I don't know what's happening. There we go. I think it's back again. So Jack Kornfield once called the present moment the abode of the Buddhas. The abode of the Buddhas. This is really where the reality exists. Anything that happens before it is now gone. It's not real anymore. Anything that is going to come after it has not happened yet. So it is not real. Only the moment is the reality. So here's a little poem by David White, very famous poem called Enough. Enough. These few words are enough. If not these words, this breath. If not this breath, this sitting here. This opening to the life we have refused again and again until now. Until now. So why don't we begin by making sure we are comfortable and at ease. You can be sitting, maybe in a so-called formal posture, maybe on a cushion, or you can be sitting in a very informal way, or reclining, completely lying down if you like. Maybe you have your feet up. Maybe you have a cup of tea in your hands or a cat in your lap. Whatever it may be, you're here. It isn't about how you engage in these practices. It really is available to you at any time. It's just turning toward the present moment and being here as best you can. So here we go. No effort is required. This is not an endeavor in which we have to strive or strain or work hard. We simply need to feel the body sitting here, to touch what we're touching, to hear what we're hearing, or see what we're seeing. Perhaps we can imagine that all of the events are moving through, and there is a single now that is always still and present, and all of these other things just move through. Sensations in the body, coming and going. Sounds arising, abiding, and subsiding. Thoughts, simply events of the mind moving through. Sometimes like clouds moving through the sky, leaves floating past on a stream. If we keep our eyes fixed on one spot in that stream, that represents now, the moment. And everything else just passes through. It's not real until we see it pass through. we can find many ways to connect to the present moment. We can feel the body breathing. This is a connecting point to the moment. We can hear sounds. We can feel sensations in the hands. All of these are happening in the present moment. And we can use one or all or any other experience to connect to the present moment, to know when we are present. And we can even feel each breath coming through, coming and going. The breath is not the present moment. It's just another event moving through the present moment. The sounds are not the present moment, just moving through. And as we continue, the mind seems to not like dwelling in the present moment. The mind seems to always want to try to predict what's coming next, or to ruminate about what's happened before, or to express a preference of liking or not liking, of wanting something to be different. So it takes a little effortless effort to turn toward and dwell in this eternal now, through which everything moves. And that's okay, because this drifting mind experience is going to teach you how to become present anytime you want to be. You will notice, I'm no longer dwelling in the present moment. I am thinking about the future or the past. In that moment, you have returned. And we can settle, rest in, dwell effortlessly in the experience of now. Just experiencing everything move through this eternal now, until, of course, we find that the mind has taken us somewhere else. It's just what the mind wants to do. And remember, each time this happens, you get practice in returning back to the moment. So we'll continue through an extended period of silence. as we continue dwelling in the moment and letting everything pass through. Enough. These few words are enough. If not these words, this breath, if not this breath, this sitting here, this opening to the life we have refused again and again until now. Until now. And of course, taking as much time as you need to transition from the practice, or if you're into something interesting, just keep practicing. You never have to end just because a bell rings. So I'm noticing that James is still having the experience of C. diff, which is no joke. That's very serious. Um, I don't know what that's like. I can only speak from my own experience of the past 9 months and some health issues and challenges that I've encountered. And this being in the moment as much as possible is important if we're experiencing physical discomfort or disease in some way. This experience, these sensations, whatever, these are just passing through. Here's the present moment. They're just passing through. And if you dwell here in the moment and let these things pass through, then we don't cling to wanting things to be other than the way they are so much. And we don't push away the stuff that we don't like so much. And therein actually lies a lot of the difficulties around physical discomforts or health challenges, is that we try to push it away or we want it to be different. And this is, of course, the textbook definition of suffering in terms of the Buddha Dharma, but it's not a problem. It's just, oh, it's just the habit of mind. The mind wants to protect us from what it thinks is coming. Oh no, it's going to hurt again. And it tends to base that future worry on a past experience. It'll be like it was yesterday. That's okay. We just notice it and we say, oh, this is what the mind is doing right now. These are the leaves passing through. So I'm just going to gaze at the pebbles in the bottom of this shallow little clear stream here. Those pebbles represent, and my gaze represent the moment. And then everything else just passes through. And it's not real until I see it. Whatever you experience in your life is only real in this moment. Now, I know this is kind of a deep concept, and I don't want to get into, philosophical, ontological, whatever discussions of what is reality. What is reality? I just want to suggest that we experience our days in this way a little bit. As you're driving, drive in the moment. I'm in the moment right now. See what happens when you allow yourself to come to this abode of the Buddhas, as Jack Kornfield said, for a little while and just let everything else pass through. Notice how tensions drop away sometimes, worries drop away, embarrassments of the past drop away, and so forth. Good to see you again, Hillary, and Chicago. Chicago. Jeanette, hello. How are things in Canada? Nice to see you. And Carl, enjoy Wales. I hope to get to Wales one of these days. Yes, getting a lot of love there, James. Getting a lot of love. Just what I needed today. Just what I needed today, Kelly. Let me tell you. Okay, thank you. Oh, this must be the YouTube's. You must be Susan. Okay. Oh, so it ended in a draw. The last I saw, it was 2-all. So yeah, we're talking English football, Premier League, of course. Premier League football, of course. Arsenal. You know, um, yeah, they better watch out. Man City is nipping at their heels. Rivka, good to see you. Thanks for sitting now. Thanks for sitting now. Now. I have enough. Thank you. I am enough. Yes, Susan, you are. Absolutely. All right. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any confusion? Anything that you want to add in there? Joel says, when I first tried this concept, I was trying to block out all except the present. Then I realized not to block out, just allow to pass through. Yeah, it just becomes this hollow reed. The now is, it's always there. Boom, and everything just passes through it. Now you can see it as a very narrow window. I think, Joel, you were there, and I may have been in a discussion with you about my Venetian blind concept, where you're in a room, and and all the Venetian blinds are closed except for one, and it's just kind of open a little bit, and you just get this little slit of what's going on outside. So you can have that narrow view of now, or you can have a completely universal view of now, that everything is now. That's the reality that's here. And all of this is just superimposed upon it, if you will, however it might be. Yay, Joel, says Susan. Yay, Joel. Joel says yes. How about a cup of tea and a biscuit? Let's have tea and biscuits, shall we? All right. I think unless there are other questions, comments, anything you want to know, um, all right, I think we'll end it here. So, again, if you wish, I hope to see you during our daily practice at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Uh, get the get the Zoom link by writing me at this email address. Meanwhile, I should be back the third Sunday in May. Uh, is that Mother's Day? Well, that would be a good topic, wouldn't it, if I use that? And meanwhile, yeah, it's always now. Now, 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 now. All right. Thank you all. Bye, Kaya. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks, Susan. Enjoy San Francisco. One of my favorite towns. All righty. Bye bye.